Hello, and welcome to the Hair Revolution series, number 2, video number 2. My name is Dino, and I'm a hair expert. If you didn't watch the video number 1, please contact us and watch it. I will do a little review of video number 1, but please go back because it's very detailed with very valuable information for you to watch and see and hear, of course. Okay? So this video is about attachment of the InvisaBlend process, which is very unique. Before I go into that, I just want to summarize just a little bit for anyone that did not see video 1, but I'm encouraging you, please, to contact us to see video 1 if you did not already. InvisaBlend is a revolutionary concept. It's completely opposite of every other method in existence. Completely opposite. So I want to make that very clear, okay? What's so different about it is that it's based on 2 very important details. Number 1, it's the first and only healthy approach to adding hair. And what that means, we add hair in a way that leaves your hair alone, that allows your hair to grow. It allows you to have full access to your scalp, which is very important. And number 2, it is as close as possible to nothing on the head. So that way you feel as if there's nothing there. And if you feel if there's nothing there, if you can't see anything, you can't feel anything, it is the most natural way to put hair on. And even feeling-wise, you feel like nothing's there. It feels just like your own. And the component that makes this possible, as I showed you in the first video, but I want to show you briefly this time, is the translucent blending strand. And here it is. If you notice, it's still there. Okay. It's very hard to see. I lose it very easily. This is the translucent blending strand, and I showed it in more detail before in the other video. And we put 1 hair at a time on this. And when we put 1 hair at a time on this, the finished product is this, one example. And as you can see, moving closer here, you see right through it. It's completely translucent. When this blends in between your hair, it disappears. And again, go back to video 1 because I go into much more detail about it. Because now my purpose of this video, video number 2, is to talk about attachment. Now, there's 3 options of attachment. 3. To make this very flexible for everyone. The first attachment is a professional attachment categorized as a semi-permanent attachment. And what that means, semi-permanent, means we blend hair in between your own and you leave it on. It's part of you, meaning you go to sleep, you wake up, you take a shower, you dive in the water, you skydive. It's just part of you. You can pull it and brush it and do everything with it. And it's part of you. And you forget about it. That attachment, a semi-permanent attachment, is done with this. What we do is we take, now this is going to be hard to see. I have it on a comb so I don't lose it. I'm going to come closer so maybe you can possibly see this. It's hard to see if you can see it in a video. But this filament, this is a single thread of this, the translucent blending strand that I held before. It's a single thread of this. And again, I'm hoping you can see it because it's very hard to see. Let's see if I put it against my hand, put it against my face a little bit. If you can't see this, you can see it a little bit. There you go. Maybe against my shirt. This is a single thread. This thread is literally as fine, as soft, as flexible as 1 single human hair. Okay? So it looks, if you were here, when you see this, it looks just like a hair. We do something very special with this that can only be done with this. What we do with this filament is we take a few of your hairs next to your scalp, about 6, 7, 8 hairs next to your scalp. And we have a special twisting technique only using the translucent blending strand. And this invisible thread, what happens is it causes a little lock on the hair shaft. Now, if you look at the lock with the magnifying glass, it will look just like a ponytail. So what that means is that you look at it real close to the magnifying glass. A ponytail means that, take my hand here, we're wrapping the translucent blending strand, the single translucent blending strand, around 7 or 8, let's say, of your hairs next to the scalp. It locks onto the shaft. It looks like a ponytail because the hair we're locking onto is still free, out. Okay, it's very important. And now you have the smallest attachment. And what's important about this attachment, that locks onto the shaft. Then we take the additional translucent blending strand, the single thread, and then it goes through the lock on your hair, through this, locking this down. And we lock this down around the perimeter area where we're putting it, and also in between. The purpose is this translucent blending strand will be locked down against your scalp, and all your hair will be fed in between. And it'll be locked on your hair, again, around the perimeter and all in between. So this is flushed down while all your hair is blended through. And now it is so secure, you can pull it, you can brush it, you can take a brush. As an example, I could take a brush and go right down to the scalp. You could scrape it right down to the scalp. What I want to make clear is you could do anything with this blended into your hair. Anything that you could do with your own hair, you can do with this. And then on the other end, anything that's not good for your hair, you shouldn't be doing with this, okay? But the point is you can do anything with this. It is secure, it's blended in, it enhances your hair, and it's extremely secure. So you don't have to worry. I don't care if you go skydiving, jet skiing, it's going to stay as part of you, okay? So now, the next thing, in about a month's time, from those little locks that are put in between, they're going to get a little loose. And it doesn't look any different, it just feels like a little looseness like this. So you simply come in for a touch-up. We call the touch-up a re-secure. What we do with that is they just go around the perimeter, my technicians go around the perimeter and just re-lock it back on. It only takes an hour, all right? It costs about $80, right around the $80 area, okay? And you do that once a month, just like a touch-up of a color. Think of, you get a hair color, you get roots, you do it somewhere around once a month, you do the roots, it'll take about an hour, same thing. And usually about the 3rd month, we do a more thorough version of the same reattachment called a complete. A complete means we're actually removing it and reattaching it because on the 3rd month interval, it needs reattaching in the middle. And that takes a little longer. That might take 2.5 hours. It might cost $160, $170, $180, right around that area. So in summary, what you do is you're coming in once a month for these touch-ups. It's just that you come in 1 month is a short visit, 2nd month is a short visit, 3rd month is a long visit, a little longer visit, and then back to the short visit. So short visit longer, short visit longer, okay? Just like going to a salon and getting your hair done. Most clients don't mind it because it's just like getting a haircut once in a month or getting a hair color once a month, very similar. Although now you can do anything with your hair. Now I want to get you some clarity about the attachment. The attachment that we do with this is called strand locking. It's very unique. Here's the benefits of it. Number 1, it is the smallest, most invisible attachment to go with the most invisible way of blending hair on. So it's so fine, if you run your hands in there, you won't be able to feel anything. You're not going to be able to feel this. You're not going to be able to feel the little ponytail lock that I was describing at all, okay? So it's the finest way to attach. Secondly, it's the safest way to attach. Because when we attach it, remember, it looks like a ponytail if you look at it with a magnifying glass. We ride the anchor. I'm going to explain what ride the anchor means. When it's attached, it's ridden off the scalp about 1 millimeter. So I want you to think about a ponytail. Whether you grab a woman's hair and you grab a big ponytail, think about jamming the ponytail against the scalp, stretching the skin. would be uncomfortable, versus leaving the ponytail have a little play but securing the ponytail. A little play is safer because if you did a ponytail very tight and you could stretch the skin, it wouldn't be healthy. But if you did a ponytail and left a little slack but still locked it, it would be locked. You'd be able to do flips and jumps, although it would have no tension and therefore it would have no negative effect. So our little anchor called strand locking locks is very fine, the finest and the softest attachment you ever have, and it's the safest attachment, okay? So that's the first attachment. Remember, I told you there's 3 attachments. That's the first. The second attachment is called extended wear. Now in extended wear, you will be able to go 2 to 2.5 months to come in to get a touch-up or resecure. Now remember, before it was 1 month. Now we're going from 1 month to instead, you're going to go to every 2 or 2.5 months. So as an example, we have clients in different parts of the US. They come in different times. If we have somebody local, whether they're half-hour away or 2 hours away, they have that option to either pick the first one and come in once a month. But if you live too far or it's inconvenient from one of our centers, you can then take option number 2, extended wear, and come in every 2 or 2.5 months. What that involves is the same attachment with the invisible thread, the translucent blending strand, same attachment, although in addition to this, we use something very special called a comb lock. Now, a comb lock is a little different than what's in the industry, different than a clip. These comb locks are very, very fine. I'm going to try to come up close so you can see it. They're about as big as my pinky nail. They're very, very fine and they're paper thin, okay? Now, you do not see these. These are filled with hair. We do something very different with these. We fill these with hair so they cannot be seen. So you will not see them. They're filled with hair and then they're put underneath the translucent blending strand so you won't see it. So you'll be able to look straight into the scalp and you won't be able to see this. I want to make that very clear. So they become part of the translucent blending strand, and then we have a combination now of attaching it with the invisible thread, as I said before, and it'll have some of the comb locks in as a backup, again, that cannot be seen. Now, when a month goes by where you would usually come in to have our resecure, the touch-up, instead, you can reach in there. We teach you, it's a minor lesson, we teach you how to reach in and secure it yourself. So that way, it can't come off, it's part of you, it's very secure, you can do anything with it, although after a month, you can secure it yourself and prolong your visit for another month or a month and a half. That's how you're able to come in every 2 months. Everything else is the same. It's the same exact process. Everything's the same. It's just that now you'll be able to come in about every 2 or 2.5 months. That's the average period of time, okay? Now I told you there is a third way of attachment. The third way of attachment is a non-upkeep attachment, and which that means it's a self-maintenance attachment. Now, instead of using the invisible thread, the blending strand, the translucent blending strand, instead of that, we're now only going to use the comb locks. Only these little baby comb locks. These comb locks, again, will be part of the translucent blending strand. They'll be underneath. You won't be able to see them. You'll be able to look straight in and not see them. But it's only attached with these comb locks. Now it's something that you fully control. What that means, it's very easy. You attach it yourself. You can comb and blend the hair through. You can detach it yourself. So let's say you live very far away, you're in flying distance and you can't come here at all, then you have that option. Or some people just like to control this themselves. Some people want more hair, but they want to be able to not have any maintenance. This allows you to not have any maintenance because now you have full control. What that means is that you can put it on yourself, you can take it off yourself. So some people take it off and on every day, some people leave it on for a month, some people 2 weeks. Totally up to you. You have the control, you can do any of that. Now, the best news of all is that, remember, it's one process, all with the translucent blending strand. Here's the finished product, okay? All right, as I demonstrated in the first video. Same exact process with 3 different options of attachment. I want to make that very clear, okay? It's the same process with 3 different attachment options. Now, here's the better news, or the best news I should say. You don't have to pick one. You can go with one attachment, you can change your mind and go to another attachment. You can change from one attachment to another attachment anytime you want without redoing this. So it's very flexible. We make it very easy for people. So everyone that comes in or anyone that inquires about it, it's very easy because they can pick one attachment, change their mind, go to another attachment as often as they want. So it's very, very flexible, okay? So now, another thing I want to make clear, because of these 3 attachments, you have availability to have this done anywhere you are in the world. If you ask, where is InvisaBlend available? It's available worldwide. I'm going to explain why it's available worldwide. Number 1, we certify and also license professionals to do this. Since this is the only concept that exists, there's no other concept that exists like this. And I'm going to tell you something. It's extreme. There's an extreme difference from this to anything else. Extreme. It's more extreme than, do you light up your house with candles nowadays or do you flick on a switch? It's that extreme. It's that advanced. Once you compare this with anything else in the industry of adding hair, this will be much more beneficial to you. It's healthier for you. It feels like there's nothing there. You have more flexibility with it. It's even priced better than anything else, which we'll get into in another video, okay? But it's just better all the way around. It's far superior and far more beneficial for any individual, okay? So now, because of that, we wanted to make this available to anyone. The way we do that is a couple different ways. Number 1, we offer certifications and licensing for professionals to offer this. So what that means is that no matter where you are in the world, you can ask your hairdresser, you can ask your salon, you can ask the company that does hair addition. You can ask any professional to get this for you. They can contact us and we'll make it available for them to get for you. So that's one way you can do it. So let's say you live in a different country or a state very far away from our headquarters here. What that means is you can have your salon, your hairdresser, or someone you know in the hair field. You can have them contact us. We'll talk to them. There's no charge, and we'll show them how they can get this concept for you, okay? And then later on, besides getting it for you, if they want to become certified, then there is a fee, a small little fee to become certified, and there's another option to become licensed also. And they're upgrades, but in the beginning, you can contact any salon, any hairdresser, and they can get this for you. If that's what you want, if you want to go to someone in your area. We already have certifications out there in different areas, okay? We have certifications in California, we have certifications in Georgia, we also, and really Cayman Islands, we also have certification even in Dubai, believe it or not. So we do spread it out, but also a lot of our clients in different areas recommend salons, recommend their hairdressers, and that's how we get it out. Our objective is to take this technology, since it's so advanced, and to share it, to make it more available for everyone. That's our objective, okay? Now there's another option. The next option is that you can actually, if you live far from our headquarters, you can actually order this either over the phone or through the internet, if you like. we give you that option because it's something that you can send us a picture, we communicate to you over the phone, we customize it based on asking you specific questions and looking at your pictures, and it's something that can be customized for you and actually sent to you with instructions of how to take care of it and how to apply it. So, in summary, you have all these options. I'm going to summarize. You have option of attaching it professionally within an existing InvisaBlend hair studio and coming back once a month. Number 2, you have the option of having it attached in a semi-permanent way, which is an extended wear, the extended wear, and come in every 2 or 2.5 months. Or number 3, you have the non-upkeep, which means it's a self-application which you control. Or number 4, you can contact any professional, any hairdresser, any salon, any hair studio, and you can have them get the translucent blending strand for you. So you have all of those options, okay? So that's what's very, very important about this. We make it very flexible for everyone. We want to make it available for everyone. And this is series 2, or this is video 2, right? And our next video is going to be about customization. I want to explain in the next video the details of how we can customize this, because this is the only method that can literally adjust to anybody's situation. I need that to be very clear. I don't care what kind of hair you have. I don't care what kind of situation you have. It doesn't matter if you have bald spots, if you're just thin, if you just want some more length. This adjusts to any hair situation you may have. There's not a hair situation in existence in the world that this InvisaBlend process cannot adjust to. So that's why I want to talk about some advanced customizations that don't exist anywhere else, only through the InvisaBlend process. Okay? So, and if anybody has any questions at all, you're welcome to email me at dino@invisablend.com, or you can call our number, contact us, and one of my consultants will help you. So if you have any questions at all, please contact us. The purpose of these videos is to educate you, not just about this new concept, but to give you thorough education about all the options and what's good and what's not so good. So I'm here to sort of spill my information out to you and give you all the information I can possibly give. Okay? So thank you for listening, and we're going to see you on the next video, which will be video number 3. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.